Welcome back to the Jake Asman Show on the SportsMap Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Need a mortgage that fits your life? Rocket can.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, here's Jake Asman.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Stop me if you heard this one before. Rob Manfred spoke publicly and people are upset about it. Well, that happened again yesterday. Rob Manfred did an interview with The Athletic and he claims that the pitcher checks for illegal substances have gone, quote, very well. However, video of that Max Scherzer incident, or I don't know, Sergio Romo dropping his pants the other night, to me would suggest the contrary. That's just my take, though, Rob. Quote, my view is the first 2 days have gone very well. We've had no ejections. Players in general have been extremely cooperative. The inspections have taken place quickly in between innings. Frankly, the data suggests that we are making progress with respect to the issues in spin rate that caused us to undertake the effort in the first place. If Rob Manfred thinks it's a good look that Romo's dropping his pants, that Scherzer's getting checked in the middle of an inning, then he's clueless or he's lying. I don't know. It's not a good look. I understand why baseball's trying to implement things, but the Scherzer thing, it can't happen. It can't happen in the middle of an inning. There has to be something done about that. You can't just let Joe Girardi request a look at Max Scherzer because he's rubbing his head and he thinks he's cheating. That can't happen. Yesterday, the kid on the Mets that made his major league debut and pitched well, he's getting a standing ovation leaving the mound. And then the umpire comes up to him to do a sticky substance check and the crowd starts booing. It's not a good look for the game. It's a bad PR hit for baseball, as everything's really been for the game of baseball since Manfred's taken over. I'm not against coming up with something to stop, the spider tack usage. Like, there's a difference to me in using a grip on a ball like pine tar and, sunscreen and rosin, and then the spider tack stuff, which apparently takes the spin rate to the next level. I'm not naive into thinking that maybe the pitchers have gone too far with it. But the way it's handled, the optics of it are still bad. Like, I mean, Manfred's saying it's gone very well. Like, are you living under a rock? The overwhelming perception of your game right now is negative. Crazy to me that he would say that. Now, this was great. So yesterday, Mike Rizzo, the general manager of the Washington Nationals, was on 106 The Fan in D.C. And this was Rizzo on the incident between Scherzer and Phillies manager Joe Girardi from the other night.
He's a con artist. He got you. He got you in the con. So you believe it, and that's just the way it is. He's been doing that for years on TV, and that's
wow. So hold on, you're not a Joe Girardi fan at all.
Doesn't sound
no,
like
I love Joe Girardi. I've seen him play since he was in high school in Peoria, Illinois. Scouted him in Northwestern. I know him well, but I know him well.
You know him too well. You know him too well, Riz. That's the problem.
I know him.
Whoa, that is up and in. That is DeGrom 101 up and in right there. My God, Joe Girardi's a con artist, or Joe Girardi's just paranoid. I don't think Joe Girardi was, trying to mess with Max Scherzer. I actually believe Joe when he says that. I just, knowing Joe the way I think I know him, he's paranoid. He thought Scherzer might have been doing something because this is Joe Girardi. I don't think Joe Girardi's a con artist, though. I think that's a little too harsh from Mike Rizzo. And I saw Dave Dombrowski, the Phillies president, came out and defended Joe Girardi. I mean, as he should. That's his manager. But, man, Ron, that is up and in. You call it Joe Girardi a con artist? And then when it's like, oh, no, I love Joe. I scouted him at Illinois way back in the day. What does that have to do with anything?
That's the no offense, but charge right there.
And you know what they say? If you say no offense, get ready for someone who's about to offend you.
Yeah, you're not talking about offense and defense when you say no offense. You know what? I mean, Joe Girardi, we all know what he was doing there. He was trying to slow the pace of the game.
I actually think he was just trying to look at Scherzer because he probably did think he was cheating. Because
I don't think not for 1 second do I think Joe Girardi really believed he was cheating. I think he was looking at it like, you know what? They got runners on first and third. He just struck out my guy. Scherzer's kind of settling in. Let me do something to disrupt and take him out of his rhythm, and maybe that'll give us a chance to get a run across. That was the whole managerial game plan right there. But, yeah, going back to Manfred, this is sure for every, 5, 6 pitchers or videos of pitchers, who are coming off just smiling like, yeah, go ahead and check. Blah, blah, blah. There's a whole lot more where the pitchers are getting annoyed. And it's like, okay, when do you stop checking? Are you going to check Max Scherzer his next start? And how many times are you going to check him in the next start?
You ever see the South Park clip where they're doing the check of the guy in the bathroom and they're doing like the strip search? Yeah, I saw the clip yesterday on social media, and that's essentially what it's become, where you have guys dropping their pants to get checked for foreign substances. It's such a bad look for Manfred to come out and say, oh, it's gone very well. I mean, maybe it's gone well from the standpoint that you haven't suspended anyone yet.
No, that's true.
But it hasn't gone well from an optic standpoint.
Listen, who in their right mind is going to do anything?
No.
I mean, if you see a cop up ahead with a radar gun, are you just going to be like, I'm going to floor it? He's not going to catch me.
Unless you know the cop.
But you're going to slow down. You're going to act like you've been obeying the law this entire time. And that's what's happening here. These guys, whether they use something or not, whether there was, sandpaper or, whatever it might be, they're going to play by the rules right now. That my question is, what's going to happen a month from now? Are we still going to be checking these guys the same way?
Yeah. I don't think they're just going to stop. I mean, maybe they check them a little less. If nothing comes out of it. They have to be smarter when they're checking guys. If someone has a brutal inning, don't bother checking them. Like, if someone gives up like 4 runs in an inning, I don't care what they're using. They're not pitching well. You don't need to check them. It's fine.
Let him keep using what he's using.
Like, it's not working. Let him do whatever. I mean, please, let's be smarter on who we check and when.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is here to keep your car on the road with the right parts